How did a company go from raising $120 million to completely shutting down in just 16 months? To answer that question, we'll be looking at Juicero, the company that sold juicers and pre-packaged fruit, and how a 60-second YouTube video had enough power to kill off a dying unicorn. Firstly, welcome to our new series called Innovation Graveyard. Every week we'll analyse why startups and company projects in the food world fail. We'll delve deep and try and dissect the reasons and pick out some key learnings that you can apply to your own projects and innovations. So subscribe and turn on the notification bell to never miss an episode. To fully understand how the idea for this company came about, we have to have a look at its founder, Doug Evans. Doug was a relatively normal guy until the year 1994, when his entire world was rocked right in front of his eyes. He lost his immediate family members due to a number of difficult medical conditions. First his mom died of cancer, then his dad passed of heart disease, and as if that wasn't enough, his brother became diabetic and had a series of strokes before he sadly passed away as well. Doug felt as if he was staring the Grim Reaper right in the eyes, and he had to do something about it. So smartly, he decided to adopt a healthier lifestyle and at least try and prevent the diseases that plagued his family. Then he met his wife, who introduced him to veganism, and according to him, within a week he went cold cucumber and became a vegan. Then his wife showed him the wonders of cold pressed juice, and Doug was sold. Together they created the first cold pressed juice store in New York City, called Organic Avenue, and it was a super successful company. It gained a cult following from fitness and beauty enthusiasts. However, after 10 years, competition in the space became fierce, and Organic Avenue was squeezed out of all its juices. So in 2012 it was sold. Doug still wanted his cold pressed juice. He went to work, and after 3 years he came up with the idea for Juicero, a $700 juicer that Doug claimed was the Tesla of the food industry. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, $700 for a juicer? Well, you're not alone. That was everyone's reaction after hearing the price of this next level device. So how did this incredibly boring yet stupendously expensive product garner so much attention? How did a $700 juicer manage to raise $120 million? Well, two things: great storytelling and Internet of Things. First, the storytelling. Doug Evans wasn't just a cold-pressed juice fanatic. He was more than that. He was an amazing storyteller. He spoke with the elevated swag of a high-sounding Silicon Valley CEO. He said things like, "Not all juice is equal," and talked often about the life force in plants and how to measure chi. When he was challenged about the ridiculous price of a simple juicer, he went on a tangent about how Juicero was as transformative as Tesla, and that the product needed to be expensive at launch so people with the resources can adopt it, and then eventually it would trickle down in price to the masses. He also called himself the Steve Jobs of the food and wellness industry, and claimed that his juicer was going to do to the industrial juice making industry what Macs did to computers back in the day. It was safe to say that Doug was confident, borderline egotistical, but you know what? This was one of the major factors that got him the investment. An investor at the time, David Crane, formerly of Google Ventures, told The Drum that Juicero was without doubt one of the most complicated companies he had ever financed. It's software, it's consumer electronics, they have products and packaging. The second thing his company was willing and ready to leverage was the Internet of Things. Juicero wasn't just a juicer. It could connect to your home Wi-Fi and also came with a QR code scanner. In fact, the juicer wouldn't work if you didn't have a Wi-Fi connection in your house. Sounds peculiar. Why was Wi-Fi so important? Well, remember the pre-packaged fruit we mentioned at the beginning? Well, each bag came with a unique QR code, and once you put the bag into the juicer, the QR code scanner scans the bag's unique code and sends information about the fruits in the bag to your mobile app on your phone, so you could see the nutritional content of the juices you're making. But not only that, the QR codes also had some innovative features. If the bag you were using was expired, it simply wouldn't make the juice. And considering the shelf life of these bags were just 8 days, this made a lot of sense. As you can see, Juicero had some really good ideas, but the implementation of some of these ideas left a bit to be desired. First, the Juicero press would only make juice from the bags that were sold by Juicero, and these bags were between $5 and $8 a pop. People were not happy about that, because now, not only did you have to pay a $700 premium to get the juicer, you're also completely locked into Juicero's fruit bags and have to continue paying them just to get juice. Considering all these pitfalls, it wasn't surprising to anyone to find out that no one was buying these ridiculously priced juicers. So in October 2016, the investors came together and advised Doug Evans to step aside so a more experienced CEO could take over and perhaps steer the ship in the right direction. So Jeff Dunn, a former president of Coca-Cola, took over. However, even a man with such an impressive portfolio and range of experiences couldn't save this sinking ship. But you can't say he didn't try. Jeff's first step to try and save the company was to reduce the price of the juicer to $400. And while this made it somewhat bearable for people who were incredibly interested in juice, it still wasn't enough to save the company. The final nail in the coffin came in April 2017, when Bloomberg released a 60-second video with the title, "Do You Need a $400 Juicer?" In the video, people could see that in 90 seconds you could squeeze the entire bag of fruit that Juicero sold completely empty using just your hands. You didn't need a $400 juicer at all. Squeezing it out with your hand was almost completely silent compared to the noisy juicer. It squeezed the same amount of juice, it was about 30 seconds faster than the machine, and above all, it didn't cost $400. It was that moment that sealed the deal for Juicero. The Juicero press was a beautifully designed waste that simply didn't do anything, and people had found out. So of course there was outrage and people started demanding refunds. Jeff Dunn, the new CEO, tried to come to the company's defense. In a pretty long statement that he made through Medium, he said that the press, which is what the company actually called the juicer, served three main functions other than just making juice. One, the QR code scanner acted as a food safety system that allowed the company to instantly disable products if they became expired or if they noticed a bad batch. And this makes sense. For instance, if a customer complained about a dodgy mango in the juice, the company could stop all the juices that contain the mango and the machine simply wouldn't work on them bags. 2. He said the juicer presses the packs consistently to provide the best combination of both nutrition and taste every time. Well, people didn't really buy this point because the hand-pressed juice didn't taste any different to the juice gotten from the juicer. And 3, he claimed that the data gotten from the press could be used to manage the very tight supply chain that the company had. Then he concluded his statement by coming to the defense of the juicer for one last time, saying the value of the Juicero is more than a glass of cold-pressed juice, much more. But truly, was it? The Juicero press is the classic example of over-promising and under-delivering. Just like Forbes pointed out, didn't improve upon the oldest juicing implement on the market, human hands. The company was focused on creating a solution to a problem that didn't exist. It has to be said that they had a number of innovative solutions, but couldn't package it in a way that resonated with the market. Juice bags that tell you exactly where they come from, when they expire, the exact nutritional content in every glass, all this information sent to your smartphone, and all you have to do to get this information to your smartphone is scan a QR code in the bag. They truly had some bright ideas. But instead, in September 2017, just 16 months after the product was launched, Juicero had been squeezed out of existence. They spent the next 3 months refunding customers, and in December, they became defunct. Juicero is a big lesson in the absurdity of the hype surrounding many startups in Silicon Valley, and a lesson we can all learn from. In the end, you have to solve a problem, and if you don't, you're doomed to fail from the start. For more videos about failed food startups, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We'll have new episodes coming every week, so turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Leave us a comment and let us know what food trend you'd like us to cover next. If you enjoyed this video, then give this video a like. We'll have new videos coming every week in 2022. And if you'd like to learn more about some of the hottest food trends, sign up to our free trend reports on ghost kitchens, vertical farming and more. You can check out the link in our description. Absolutely free. Until next time, ciao ciao.